the Atlatl. This is what we use to throw a 6-foot long dart. This is basically an extension of your arm. It gives you an extra elbow to be able to get a little more leverage and to throw your dart farther, faster, and more accuracy than you could if you were to just throw it by hand alone. In the anatomy of the Atlatl itself, you really have 3 components. This fat end right down here is your handle. You're going to hold it just like you would a hammer. And this is your motion that you're going to be using. Just kind of straightforward hammer-like. This little point here at the end coincides with the cavity at the end of your dart here. It just rests in there, just like this. It's loose. You want it to be loose so that it can freely escape. It's not like if you were to knock an arrow, where if you have any archers, when you knock the arrow, you can actually hear the arrow kind of grab hold of your string, and it kind of sits in place there. This one doesn't do that quite so much. And then the third section is right here. This little U shape here. This is what is going to hold your dart. Sits in just like this, and it rests. Just to throw it. So we'll come up here to our line. I like to put the tip on the ground, just makes it a little more stable. Connect here, slide it right in. Now you're good and loaded. You're going to find your target, get it knocked in. You want to keep this level as you're starting. Baseball has kind of ruined a lot of folks with the Atlatl, because with baseball, you wind up and then you throw. With this one, you want to start level. So if I was to wind up before I throw, now my dart is pointing up to the sky, and that's where it's going to go. But if I get ready this way, I'm already got my arm kind of cocked back, but it's in the level position. That's where we want to stay. The motion is in your elbow and in your wrist. It's that flick of that wrist at the end. So find your target. And boom. I can't believe I actually hit that. But that's your action, essentially. Again, what I tend to see most is, for guys, they're going to cock back here and then let her rip. Keep it level as best you can. Everybody does this motion where they, that's it, and they stop right here. You want to go all the way forward, get that wrist involved. I kind of think of it like I almost do the aiming after the fact, after the dart has left the Atlatl, is it's that follow through. You're following through, looking down your Atlatl at your target at the end. That follow through is really important. So if I come back here and I stop, you see how little it actually moved. But going all the way through, that is where you're going to find your power. And the very first time, it's not about the force. The first few times, it's really that range of motion that you want to get down. Questions on that so far? Cool. Well, as we talked about earlier a little bit too, every group of early peoples developed their own version of the Atlatl. Sometimes they would hold them and have little holes in here to where the range was more like this instead of a hammer grab. Just different variations. We have the original Atlatl that was here when I came here was this one. Same features, except right in here, it doesn't have that trough that holds it in place. So you actually have to hold the dart in place yourself, which is a little more tricky because you've got to keep pressure in here and hold on to the Atlatl itself before you release it downrange. This one I found is not as suitable for smaller hands as this guy is. This one, a lot of times when folks do their first throw, both of these go flying forward. Whereas this one usually stays in the hand for that one. But it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. This enabled folks to take down bigger game, to feed more people. When more people are fed and fewer people have to hunt every day for their survival, you have more time for other activities like art and culture. And this thing enabled you to stay far away from that animal and still take it down and stay safe, as opposed to trying to use a spear or something that was rigid that you can't really throw and have to get up close to impale the animal. So, safer, more powerful, got bigger game, more food. I mean, it's a win-win situation once you learn how to wield it.
Bigger skins, working.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Better than a rabbit.
Yeah, much better. Well, y'all want to try it?